Grizzlies fans know it's the team that gives you the edge. Big River Steel does too. And much like the Grizzlies have recruited legendary talent, we want you to be part of our team. Are you ready to be part of something legendary? Then visit www.bigriversteel.com. That's www.bigriversteel.com.
When it's all on the line, you turn to the strong, the stable, the unwavering, to those with a history of raising their performance to meet the moment. It's true in basketball. It's true in banking. Grizzlies Checking from Pinnacle. Play hard, bank easy. Open a Grizzlies checking account with at least $100 and a recurring direct deposit by August 31st, and you could receive a $200 direct deposit bonus into your account. Details at grizzliesbanking.com. Member FDIC.
Justin Timberlake.
I'm bringing sexy back.
The Forget Tomorrow World Tour. Live in Memphis. Justin Timberlake. FedEx Forum, Saturday, November 23rd. Get tickets now at livenation.com. The brand new single Selfish is available to stream and download now.
So if I get jealous, I can't help it.
For more, hit up justintimberlake.com.
In Bo we trust. Bo is the future. I just want to go back to August 19th when I've made it perfectly clear. When I make the Fantasy Football Championship and the Broncos make the playoffs because of the success of Bo Nix. The bar is low. Give me Bo. That's a good one. The bar is low. Give me Bo.
Tune in to the Jessica Benson Show with CJ Hurt live every weekday at 8 a.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app. Live from the Built Ford Tough studio at FedEx Forum, it's the Gary Parrish Show, presented by Ortho South, on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app. Now, here's your host, Gary Parrish.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Gary Parrish Show. Rob Fischer in for GP today. He's out this week. He'll be back to the program on Monday, but out today, out tomorrow. I'll be here with Bennett as we got a lot of things to get into. We are talking more Tigers basketball today.
Unfortunately, yeah.
Yeah, that's not good. But the good stuff, the fun stuff, is that the Shield gets started tonight. The National Football League gets started as the Kansas City Chiefs take on the Baltimore Ravens. We will talk about that one. We'll also talk about our predictions. We got our predictions for the NFL season.
I'm ready.
And we're also going to look back at how we did last year. Because you decided to do a deep dive and find it. So.
It's interesting. It's pretty interesting. Eye-opening, in fact.
Bennett Doyle, how are you, sir?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm fired up. I'm ready for this game tonight.
Yeah, you went to the fair again yesterday.
No, it was raining. No, it was raining.
Okay.
We might swing by on Friday, actually.
Because you have a free ticket that you got to use.
I got a free ticket I got to use. Yeah, we got parent-teacher conference today, so we won't go today. But maybe Friday we'll go.
Okay, all right. Well, keep me posted.
Yeah, I got you
on that. We got a lot. There was a lot to watch last night. Unfortunately, again, can't watch the tennis, and it's really unfortunate with two Americans now playing in the semifinals against each other. An American will play in the finals of the U.S. Open. I can't watch because I don't have ESPN because of DirecTV and Disney and their thing. So I did what I've done the last couple of nights, watched a lot of baseball last night, and we saw a no-hitter in baseball last night. That was kind of exciting. The Chicago Cubs got a no-hitter, Shota Imanaga, and two relievers combining on a no-no, leading the Cubs over the Pirates 12-0 last night. How about this? The Cubs snapped a streak of 4,147 games at Wrigley Field without throwing a no-hitter. The last one was in 1972.
I am surprised by that.
Wrigley.
I am kind of surprised by that. I mean, obviously, we know the history of the Cubs, but there's been some success, more recently thrown in there. You would think that it would have happened.
At some point.
How do you feel about the Cubs, by the way? I've never asked you that. I mean, you're obviously a Cardinals guy.
I'm a Cardinals
is it just
fan.
hatred or?
I'm all right with them.
Okay.
The reason why I'm okay with the Cubs is I feel like I can pat them on the head.
Yeah.
You know, because it's cute what they've done, and it's cute that they went out and they got that little World Series that they got. But
it's cute.
You know, we got a bunch of them. So,
yeah.
So they're just kind of.
I think most Cardinals fans probably. Yeah, I got
good
it.
For you. So
okay.
I don't mind the Cubs.
Okay.
I don't have a problem with the Cubs. I got some friends who are huge Cubs fans, so I tolerate the Cubs.
Fair enough.
I don't have a problem. Also last night, what was also surprising, the Baltimore Orioles lost to the White Sox last night. What the heck?
Dude, it's so frustrating. Like, okay, again, like, typically you're not sweeping a team in a series,
right?
But it's the freaking White Sox, and you're in this super tight divisional race with the Yankees right now. It's just to get blasted by them last night was so frustrating, especially like what we're about to talk about when Gunnar comes to the plate, like, you know, first inning, and you're like, oh, here we go. They're about to blast him again, and then it just turns for the worst.
Yeah, but good news, and I want to make you happy. Gunnar hit a big home run for the Orioles last night, and Gunnar Henderson now has the most home runs in a single season by an Oriole shortstop.
Yep, passes the great Cal Ripken.
Wow.
Yep.
Already. Yeah, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
We still got a little baseball to go, too.
Yeah, for sure. He's had an amazing year, dude. He's been awesome. I believe we have the home run.
You want to see the highlight?
Yeah, of course I want to see the highlight.
Right,
Can we take a look at that?
Here's Gunnar.
Club record. Oh, look at now! Right field, and Gunnar Henderson has gone yard again to start the game. And with that,
nasty.
Gunnar Henderson holds the new single-season title.
How about that?
Home runs
good for
by
Gunnar.
Orioles shortstop. Move over Cal and move over Miguel Tejada. It's now Gunnar Henderson's world.
Wow. All right. It's Gunnar Henderson's world.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens as we kind of get near the stretch run. Because we're not that far off, right?
Yeah.
I mean, what? We got
20-something left.
3 weeks or something like that. Yeah, 3-4 weeks till the playoffs. So it'll be interesting for sure.
Yeah, no doubt. All right, the top story again today. It's continuing on as Memphis basketball program after staff upheaval yesterday in the program. University of Memphis official has acknowledged the existence of an anonymous letter alleging widespread potential rules violations in the program, and said the letter's been passed along to the NCAA. That's according to spokeswoman Michelle Earhart. The University of Memphis is aware the anonymous letter has been turned over to the NCAA. That is all we can say on the matter. Now, the letter alleges Hardaway's personal involvement in what could be major violations in the recruitment of a player who came to Memphis and was paid $30,000. And a second prospect, or a coach was paid $30,000, and a second prospect who did not enroll at the school, and that one totaled $60,000. The letter also claims those violations occurred in 2020 and 2022, and also alleges academic violations occurring in the 23-24 school year, in which other students were taking and doing the school work for the basketball players. The allegations in the letter have not been independently substantiated.
Yeah, I mean, I said yesterday, well, first and foremost, if I may, I got a problem with anonymous letters. I'll just say that for like, put your name on it. I mean, if you're going to accuse someone of all this stuff, put your name on it. That's all. I think that's super lame that someone sent an anonymous letter. That person should have to come to the table. That's just my opinion. But we kind of said yesterday, I don't think that it's a coincidence that these staff changes happened and then this news comes out later on the next day. I could see them being related.
Yeah,
for sure.
I mean, we told you on the show yesterday that there was more to come from the NCAA, according to reports, and obviously now this comes out today. It's one thing after another with this program. There aren't many coaches that would survive what has happened at the University of Memphis. At what point is there hot water? I mean, he's already been suspended. The team's already on probation. Now this is happening. Who's to say something else couldn't happen? You just had to fire your staff a month and a half before the season.
Yeah.
we can go back year after year after year of the things that have happened, the roster turnover, the staff turnover, the COVID situation, which was an embarrassment, how that was handled, the players who have left, the coach being suspended for 3 games, the team being on probation, and now this, paying players against the rules when it's legal to pay the players according to rules.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's just, and then on top of it all, on top of all the drama and the chaos that has come year after year after year, the team hasn't been any good.
That's true. I mean that's true. I mean they
won 20 games.
Good compared to expectations, right?
I mean, not winning this conference.
Yeah, they haven't been good compared to the expectations.
One tournament win.
I'm with you. I will say, I think, in my opinion, and I've said this to GP before, I think because it's Penny, you obviously get a longer.
Sure.
You get more leeway if you're Penny, just because he is an icon to the team, to Memphis basketball. And again, these are all just allegations. Like, nothing's happened with this. And this letter's been around for a while now. I don't know when they turned it into the NCAA, but the letter's been around for a while, apparently. Like, people have had this letter and have seen this letter for a while now. It's just, the story comes out in Sports Illustrated that Memphis has acknowledged the letter and sent it into the NCAA. And so we'll see when and if it goes anywhere, since it's kind of been out there apparently for a minute. That being said, if there is some major scandal coming down and there's going to be sanctions on the program, things like that, then yeah, I think that things become a little more up in the air. If you're dealing with another big academic scandal, yeah.
I mean, there's not even, because you can't go back on. Well, they're winning, so who cares? We'll figure it out. Mm-hmm. They're not. They're not winning. They're not getting to the tournament. They're not winning the conference. They're losing home games. They're losing games at home against teams that they haven't lost to in years. I don't know. I just think there is so much around this program year in and year out. The drama that is just caused in the. I can't. I don't want to deal with it anymore. I don't want to. This team bothers me, is what it does. This basketball team bothers me because how can I get invested when it's just been a continuous stream of crap coming down?
I can't argue with it. I will say I think he's going to have a good team this year. I think.
Did you say that last year?
No, I did say that.
Did you say it the year before?
You know what though? They did have a good team last year, and it
for about a month.
For whatever reason, it fell apart in a super dramatic fashion. I don't know why, but they were good at a point last season. Really good at a point last season. So, yeah. Obviously, you can't afford another collapse like that. I think they're going to be good this year, but I don't know. It's hard for me to sit here and defend, other than the fact that I really want the Penny Hardaway era to work out and be
I do too.
A success at the University of Memphis.
Everybody does. There's nobody that wants him to fail.
Oh, there's a lot of people that want him to fail, I think now. I think there's a lot of people that want him to fail. I do. I can feel it. Like, it feels different now than it has in previous years. I do think that there are a lot of people out there that are rooting for his downfall, which I think is super unfortunate. But again, like, if there's more stuff coming down from the NCAA, like, eventually you're not going to be able to escape it, right? Like, you can't be dealing with this kind of stuff every year. And hopefully this is nothing. Again, it's a freaking anonymous letter. I don't know.
But they have proof.
I got a problem.
Have proof, they say.
Okay, well, I got a problem with the anonymous letter. I don't like that. I think you got to put your name on it.
Yeah. All right. Other basketball news. Grizzlies forward Gigi Jackson underwent successful procedure to repair the broken fifth metatarsal in his right foot. He'll be reevaluated in approximately 3 months and is expected to make a full recovery. Further updates will be provided as appropriate.
3 months is a long time.
3 months is long.
I don't like that. I don't like 3 months. That's all.
Well, I mean, now we're talking December.
Because we were just assuming.
We were hoping November.
We were just kind of assuming, right? Yeah. But before the surgery, we were like, and it went successful, to your point. But I think just people were like, well, this is how long it usually takes with these surgeries and everything. And when you hear 3 months, you're like, damn, this is real. Like, he's really going to miss a chunk of the season now at this point, probably. So that really sucks.
Yeah,
it does. I feel bad for him because I told you, I think and it still has a chance to make a massive jump this year and be a huge contributor for a team that's ready to make a deep playoff run.
Yeah.
But he's going to have to wait now, which stinks.
Which gives, as we talked about yesterday with Michael Wallace, a guy like Jake LaRavia, here's an opportunity for you. Step up. He got an opportunity last year, and he stepped up in that opportunity. He's just got to stay healthy. So hopefully he can do that again this year. Jalen Wells, another guy.
Yeah.
Who see what he can do in his rookie year. So
he showed some nice moments in summer league. Yeah.
Somebody's got to move into that 6 to 10 man, in that area to fill in for Gigi.
I think it's Jake.
Probably.
I think he's got to. Yeah.
I think he'd be given every opportunity.
It's a big year for him.
Yeah.
Really
no question.
big year. Yeah. And you're going to get, like you said, you're going to get the opportunities now. You're going to get minutes with Gigi out.
Absolutely. Also, tonight, it's opening night of the National Football League.
Let's
the Shield,
go.
Let's go. The Kansas City Chiefs, your Super Bowl champions, are a field goal favorite against the Baltimore Ravens. The total 47.5 tonight at 7:20 on NBC. Chiefs lead the all-time series with the Ravens 8-5. Last meeting was in the AFC Championship game on January 28th. In Baltimore. Now, Lamar Jackson won his second NFL MVP award last season. He led the league in yards rushing for a quarterback, finishing fourth in passer rating and yards per attempt. But the numbers that matter the most on Lamar Jackson is 1-4. That is his record in head-to-head matchups with his Chiefs counterpart, Patrick Mahomes. Good matchup. Happy that I love getting a good opening night matchup.
This is about as good as it gets to start the season. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Hasn't it typically been a Super Bowl rematch, or am I just wrong on that?
I think you're wrong. I think it's one of the, or I think they've had the Super Bowl
winner, and then another team that was really good. Yeah, that's typically what it is.
Yeah, I think that's what they've kind of done here recently. So it's a good one. Looking forward to it. Patrick Mahomes against the Ravens defense is a big matchup, of course, in this game. The reigning Super Bowl MVP threw for 241 yards with a touchdown and no interceptions in the AFC title game. Baltimore ranked 6th in the NFL against the pass last season. They led the league in scoring defense, allowed just 16.5 points per game. But the Chiefs have won 5 of the last 6 games in the series, including that AFC title. 3 of those wins have come in Baltimore. The most recent time the Ravens beat the Chiefs in Kansas City was in 2012. So,
damn.
Going to be tough. But the Ravens, however, 7-1 in their last 8 primetime games.
That actually makes sense. Yeah. It feels like they're always dominating in primetime. Okay.
Yeah. So
I'm excited for this game, man. I really am. We're going to do our predictions in the next segment. But I think you could be looking at a potential AFC Championship rematch.
Yeah.
That's kind of where I'm leaning.
I think so, too. Being a Chiefs fan, I'm certainly hoping that would be the case. I mean, that's all Patrick Mahomes does is get to the AFC Championship.
I mean, barring injuries, how are they not going to be just awesome and dominate the AFC? Yeah,
they got their guys back, their cores back. They got some young guys in that have been very good, apparently. So, looking forward to another big year for the Chiefs. And then Ravens, it's kind of like getting to the playoffs, and they just got to be better come postseason time than what they've been. 2-4, I think?
Yeah.
Is there a record under Lamar?
Yeah, he's never been to a Super Bowl. So yeah, it feels like it's time. He's got a couple MVPs under his belt.
Yeah.
It feels like now's the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, not just tonight's game, which we're looking forward to. There's a big game tomorrow night as the NFL opening up on Thursday night and Friday night. Tomorrow night's game is in Sao Paulo. The Packers at the Eagles.
Did you know that Brazil was such a big NFL city? I had no clue.
No. This is the first time they've ever played in Brazil.
Yeah.
And no, I didn't know. But there's a little.
I mean, they're obviously going to Brazil for a reason, right? Like there's got to be a pretty substantial NFL fan base in Sao Paulo.
I guess. I would think.
Yeah. Like when they go to obviously London's got a pretty good amount of NFL fans at this point. They go there every year. The crowds are always super packed. And I know a lot of Americans are going over there. They're going to Germany again this year, which that was. Remember NFL Europe, or what was it? Was it
the World League?
Yeah, the European League or whatever in the 90s. And
I think it was the World League of American Football, if I'm not mistaken, the WLAF.
And I want to say that that the London team and the Germany team were always really awesome. Yeah. I think there was just one German team. The UK might have had multiple teams, but I want to say that the German team
remember nothing about it.
I know. I want to say the German team was good, and so maybe that's why they go to Germany. Maybe there's a big fan base over there. I don't know. I'm just guessing now.
Well, maybe there's a big fan base in Brazil. The problem is, however, that players aren't wanting to go, and players are kind of nervous because apparently the crime is terrible, especially around where the teams are staying. Darius Slay, cornerback of the Philadelphia Eagles, he's not really interested in going to Brazil.
What'd he say? Oh, we need to crank that audio. If we can.
He looks very animated.
I'm not hearing him.
Told us we can't do too much going on because the crime rate is crazy. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, NFL, why y'all want to send us somewhere with the crime rate this high? And like, we got the country. So, the first thing people think is like something terrible can possibly happen. I told my family, do not come down there because I'm not going to be nowhere to be found. Really, I'm going to be in a hotel chilling, minding my business, playing my game after a long 9.5-hour flight. So I don't have no intentions on doing that. I'm going to eat hotel food. I'm doing everything. But they said, yeah, man, it's going to be pretty crazy down there. The police said they're going to be, try to be the best they could possibly be with the top flight security of the world, Craig. You know what I'm saying? So we hope for that, man. But I do go down there to come down there with a win, go down there trip.
Go down and get a win for sure. Sao Paulo has tightened security ahead of the game after players voiced concerns about traveling to Brazil. That's according to the Brazilian state. Now, the stadium where the Eagles and the Packers are playing in Sao Paulo is home to the Brazilian soccer team Corinthians. Their rival, Palmeiras, they wear the color green.
Oh, and you got two.
Right? The rivalry is so intense that the Corinthians fans are so loyal that there's an informal ban on the color green for the players and the fans in the stadium.
So be careful with the gear that you're wearing, is what you're saying.
Yeah, be careful with the gear that you're wearing. Now, the Eagles are actually going to wear a different uniform. They're wearing white and black.
Okay. They've done that before.
They're wearing white jerseys, black pants, black helmets. I guess there's a hint of green, but it's all white and black. The Packers are expected to wear their home green uniforms. But fans are being told to be careful wearing green with two teams that wear green that they've put in this game.
I'd be a little nervous about that.
All right. Now, that's not all. Fans who are traveling to the game should not expect to have access to Twitter while they're abroad. A Brazilian Supreme Court panel has upheld the decision of one of its justices to block X nationwide, according to the court's website. So
I saw this.
No Twitter in Brazil.
No Twitter in Brazil right now. That sucks. How do you survive?
So you gotta go without that. So good luck to the Packers and the Eagles, and good luck to all the fans that are going to be down there as well.
Dude, Friday Night NFL is awesome. I'm fired up for that.
I am excited about it too. That's on Peacock, by the way, on Friday night.
I got Peacock. I have all of it, dude.
Yeah, I can watch that.
We talked about this with Vernon. Like I could probably be saving myself hundreds of dollars a year if I just like sat down and said, don't need this, don't need that, but I have all of it. Whenever hey, this is on this. Okay, let me get that.
I got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got it all.
I need to tighten it up a little bit. I do.
Yeah, I know. I do too. My wife even told me, she's like, your cable bill's like a car note.
I know, dude.
Sorry. I mean, it's for work.
That's right. It's for work.
Yeah, and now I'm not getting to work. And I'm really concerned because if this carries over into Saturday, I'll have to go somewhere else because I won't be able to watch any SEC game. Because every SEC game is on the ESPN family.
That's right.
Or SEC network or...
Dude.
So I'd be without every SEC game, which means I'd have to go somewhere.
Imagine like working in customer service or troubleshooting, whatever, for DirecTV this weekend. And you just taking calls, just getting cussed out all weekend.
Yeah.
That's tough, dude.
Now the NFL, it's funny because you see these stories, and there are no stories about how college football is really. I mean, it's basically says you'll miss all your college football this weekend, but it doesn't say anything about the NFL because the NFL is so powerful that they're involved in these discussions as well. Because the NFL certainly doesn't want these games to not be seen.
Right.
On ESPN or on, I guess there's nothing on ABC now. Just ESPN on Monday night football.
I want to say that they. Okay, so the draft they put on both, right? They put it on ESPN and on ABC.
Yeah.
I think Monday Night Football they just do ESPN.
ESPN, yeah, I think so.
Yeah, but it would make sense to put it on ABC too. It's the NFL.
Yeah.
Just simulcast that thing.
Yeah. So that's still a problem. We've gone on to day 4 now of not having ESPN.
I'll give you my login.
Okay.
Give you my Xfinity login.
All right, I appreciate it.
Yeah.
And then I can get it on the app.
Yeah, we can get you in.
Okay, cool. That'll work for me. But I won't have my 3 screens at home watching the games. It's a problem, man.
Dude.
It's a
That's
problem.
The problem. Yeah.
It's
you
a
need
problem.
The setup. The setup is a part of the experience.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, when it's thrown off like that, bad vibes going
and
into
that's
it.
what's happening.
Yeah.
Everything is thrown off.
That's bad vibes. I get that.
All right. Let's take a break. We'll come back. We'll regroup. We'll have our NFL predictions coming up in our next segment, and we'll revisit what we thought last year about the NFL and what actually happened. That's coming up next. I'm Rob Fischer in for Gary Parrish this week. This is the Gary Parrish Show on Grind City Media.
I actually saw these on TikTok before you guys even sent them to me. This is an interesting concept. They're socks that are anti-creasing.
The socks look really comfy.
They do.
But the anti-creasing thing, like, look, why are we still doing this?
So the kids now that are on the earth, if you see them walking, they walk like
My mom's a gym teacher, and she says like kids will like.
I think that's always.
Who cares? The Sneak Fest Show live Tuesdays at 2 p.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Let's face it, there's a lot of trash talk in basketball, but the great teams let their performance do the talking. Like Ford F-150 with Pro Power on board, a class-exclusive industry-first feature that turns your truck into a mobile generator and leaves the competition speechless. Ford F-150, official truck of the Grizzlies. Greatness starts here at your Mid-South Ford dealer. Class is full-size pickups under 8,500 pounds, GVWR.
Hey Grizzlies fans, after exciting hoops and a lucky night of gaming, where do you rest your head? Look no further than Southland Casino Hotel, proud sponsor of the Memphis Grizzlies. Our high-rise hotel is the epitome of luxury and comfort. Picture this, you've just finished an evening of gaming and dining, so you head on over to one of our 300 rooms to end the night. Choose from standard suite and presidential suite, plus we're pet-friendly and offer mobility scooters for rent. It's a seamless experience for everyone. And don't miss the Main Street Exchange, right in the heart of our casino lobby. Whether you're craving a snack or need a souvenir of your stay, we've got you covered. From polo shirts to shot glasses, take a piece of the Southland excitement home with you. So come stay and play at Southland Casino Hotel, where every moment is designed for your enjoyment. Book your hotel stay by calling 833-703-3350 or visit online at southlandcasinohotel.com/hotel.
Guests must be 21 years of age or older to check in at hotel. Must be 21 plus. Play responsibly. For help quitting, call 800-522-4700.
Gigi gonna be just fine, bro. Like he He probably, like, Josh probably number one, and he's probably number two most talented teammates I've ever had.
Just raw talent.
Like,
wow.
bro, like,
just go to the gym, hoop type stuff.
Like, you walk in the gym and he might be doing a workout and you're going to look over and be like, damn.
The Chris Vernon Show, live weekdays at noon on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Looking at the college football playoff and the odds to make the college football playoff, this is the top 13 teams. 7 of these 13 are out of the SEC.
I think that first year in the SEC is going to be different. Like I do. I just think it's going to be different.
The Odds Couple with Rob Fischer, Lang Whitaker, John Roser, and CJ Hurt live on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Everybody, welcome back. This is the Gary Parrish Show. I'm Rob Fischer in for GP this week. He'll be back to the program on Monday. The National Football League is getting underway tonight with the Kansas City Chiefs and the Baltimore Ravens at Arrowhead Stadium in KC. You want a couple of betting trends? I know you're a man of the wagers.
Yes, what's going on?
All right, well,
write these down.
Kansas City, a 3-point favorite, totals 47. Baltimore is 21-5-1 against the spread as a dog.
Oh,
21-5-1 against the spread as a dog. They are 7-1 their last 8 straight up in their last 8 primetime games. Meanwhile, Kansas City has covered their last 6. Kansas City 5-2 against the spread head-to-head in the last 7 matchups between the two teams. Baltimore, 5 of their last 7 on the road under. Kansas City, 18 of the last 22 home games for Kansas City have gone under the total. And Kansas City is 10-3 when Taylor Swift is in attendance.
Okay. I like that.
How about that?
I like that. Is she going to be in attendance tonight?
Of course she's going to be in attendance. It's opening night. She's going to be in attendance tonight for sure.
Good.
Here are a couple of other stats and fun notes. Jackson and Mahomes, both 2-time NFL MVPs, making the first time in history that players with multiple MVP awards will meet in Week 1. Ravens coach John Harbaugh, 12-4 in season openers. Mark Andrews needs 1 touchdown catch to tie Todd Heap for the most in Ravens history.
Okay, Todd.
How about that? With 41. Jackson needs 50 rushing yards to pass Russell Wilson for 3rd most in NFL history by a quarterback. Michael Vick leads that number with 6,109. Mahomes needs just 84 passing yards to pass Len Dawson to become 1st in Chiefs history. So I would expect that'll happen tonight.
All right. So before we give our 2024 predictions, should we go through what we picked last season?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. I went back and listened to the podcast because you were hosting this time last year as well. And we did this exact same segment. Some of these are interesting. Okay, so we'll start with our NFC. We didn't have wild cards, but we just had our division winners, our AFC, NFC championship, and Super Bowl winners. Okay. In the NFC, starting with the NFC East, I picked the Eagles to win the division. You picked the Dallas Cowboys, who were able to get that done.
All right.
So you got that one right. In the NFC North, we both picked the Detroit Lions.
Oh.
So that was a pretty good one right there as well. Both got that right. The NFC South, I picked the Falcons. They came in 3rd. You picked the Saints, who came in 2nd. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers, of course, won the NFC South last year. And then in the West, we both picked the 49ers. So we did pretty good. We did pretty good on the NFC. In the AFC East, we both picked the Buffalo Bills. They won the AFC East, so we got that one. In the North, I picked the Baltimore Ravens, and you picked the Cincinnati Bengals, who, of course, dealt with the Joe Burrow deal. So that makes sense. In the South, we both picked the Titans, who came in last. Of course, Mike Vrabel got fired. So, yeah, that's... I also said that Mike Vrabel's the best coach in the NFL, or one of the best coaches in the NFL. I still like Mike Vrabel, dude. He is a good coach, damn it. And then in the West, we both picked the Chiefs, who easily won that NFC Championship. I had the 49ers over the Philadelphia Eagles. You had the Dallas Cowboys over the Philadelphia Eagles. AFC Championship, I had the Bills over the Chiefs, and you had the Bengals over the Chiefs. And then in the Super Bowl,
the Bengals in the Super Bowl.
But they made it the year. Was it the year before that they made it, or
was
2
the year
years before?
2 years.
Either way, they had been there before. Yeah. So that's not a bad pick. I mean, Burrow got hurt. And then in the Super Bowl, I had the Buffalo Bills beating the San Francisco 49ers. At least I got one team in there. Yeah. And you had the Bengals beating the Dallas Cowboys to win the Super Bowl. So that's my favorite one. I told you this off air. Was I picked the Falcons to win the NFC South last season, and I even said in the podcast that I thought Arthur Smith was the best coach in that division. He got fired as well. So I don't know what I'm talking about when it comes to NFL coaches. Apparently, yeah.
All right. Well, that brings us to this season and this season's predictions for the National Football League. You know, the NFC East hasn't had a repeat champion since the Eagles won 3 straight following realignment in 2002. How about that? Haven't had a repeat champion.
Like Donovan McNabb era.
Yeah. So the Cowboys won it last year, right? Cowboys are it's seemingly a favorite to do it this year, but I'm going to take the Philadelphia Eagles. I'm going with the Eagles in the East for the second year in a row. I'm picking them.
Okay, we flip-flopped. I took the Cowboys this year. I mean, dude, they were so dominant in the regular season last year. I think all we remember at this point is just shit in the bed and against the Green Bay Packers in the playoffs. But they were so good in the regular season last year. They did lose Dan Quinn to the Commanders, who's the head coach of the Commanders now, so that's a pretty big loss for the defense. And they lost some other pieces. Armstrong, Stephon Gilmore, both gone. Deron Bland's going to be out for a while, but I'm still going to roll with them again. Playoffs, that's a different conversation.
Right.
I think they have a really good regular season.
Yeah,
they got the CeeDee Lamb thing done. We're waiting on Dak, but everything Dak says sounds like he's ready to, play the season and see where this whole thing goes.
And I like the Eagles, and I like their roster, and I like what they did in the offseason. I'm concerned about what the hell happened last year when they had that second half of the year collapse.
Yeah.
Just a collapse.
Yep. No, you're right.
And if that continues to start this season, you could have a coaching change in Philadelphia early.
I think you're right.
This year. And if that happens, well, then that prediction's way out the window. But I don't know. I expect that not to happen. So we'll see.
Yeah, I think I'm with you there.
NFC North, I'm going with, I think it's kind of like my Cincinnati Bengals theory from last year of, the team that's on the rise. And although the Bengals did get to the Super Bowl, and I picked the Bengals to get back to the Super Bowl, this team was in the NFC Championship last year, and they were right there. The Green Bay Packers. I'm going with the Green Bay Packers in the NFC North. To overtake the Detroit Lions, who seem to be the favorite in the North.
Okay, I like the pick. I'm going to stick with the Lions. I think that offense is going to be so good.
Yeah.
I think Goff. Did Goff lead the league he had the best passer rating in the league last year, I believe. Jared Goff did. They got all kinds of weapons. They got Amar St. Brown, Jahmyr Gibbs, David Montgomery, Sam Laporta. I think Jameson Williams is going to take a big leap this year. So I think that offense is going to be really, really good. And they also, I saw this yesterday, they only play 2 games outdoors this season.
Yeah,
the rest of their games are indoors. And what have we always heard about Jared Goff? Not as good outdoors. He is a great indoor quarterback. And I think that plays into it a little bit.
They don't play outside until week 9.
Yeah, dude. I mean, the man thrives indoors.
Yeah.
I also think potentially underrated MVP candidate, Jared Goff, this season, if they're able to win that division, which is going to be a pretty good division. Yeah.
NFC South, the NFC South's just not very good, right?
That's what we say every year, yeah.
And so I'm going with the Falcons again. Because I think the Falcons got better. I think. It's with Kirk Cousins.
Mm-hmm. If he's ready to roll. It sounds like he is. It sounds like he's ready to go.
Yeah, so I'm going Falcons.
I'm going Falcons, too. I picked him last year, even though I said Arthur Smith was the best coach and ended up getting fired. I think their defense is going to be better under Raheem Morris. they've also got guys that are you got a veteran quarterback. You had a horrible quarterback situation last year with Desmond Ridder. You got a good situation now with Kirk Cousins, and even, if not, Michael Penix is waiting there. Who knows? He was a first-round pick. You got 3 weapons in Bijan Robinson, Drake London, and Kyle Pitts that are all expected to make a big leap as they, get a little further along in their NFL careers. So, yeah, I like the Falcons too, because the Bucs, we'll see. Like, can Baker just keep it up, right? He did have, he revived his career there, and we'll see. Yeah. I don't know if I buy it, multiple years in a row yet.
Right.
Yeah.
And their schedule will be tougher this year.
Their schedule is going to be tougher. The Saints, I hate their quarterback situation.
I hate their coach.
Yeah. I think that they're just in purgatory right now. I think they're just kind of hanging around, hoping that you fight. That division's always weird, and so maybe you're able to sneak into the playoffs. But I'm never been a Derek Carr guy.
No,
I don't trust that at all. I think they might end up moving to Rattler at some point during the season, and then the Panthers. We'll see. I mean, Bryce Young was the #1 overall pick. They got a new coaching staff. I don't think they're going to be good, but you do need to see something from him this year. He's got to take a big leap because, again, he's #1 overall pick.
Yeah.
He's got to have a good season, so we'll see.
Yeah. In the NFC West, the San Francisco 49ers might be the class of the NFC, especially now that they got to sign everybody in camp and everybody ready to go. With Trent Williams getting signed finally, Brandon Ayuk finally getting done.
Yeah.
They're back together. The band's back together. The only thing I think holding back San Francisco is that Super Bowl hangover. But I think in that division, I don't know. Cardinals just haven't made any headway, and it doesn't feel like they're going to make any headway anytime soon. I guess the Rams are...
They still got Sean McVay there.
Rams are dangerous.
Yeah, I think so.
But now with Donald retiring as well, the band has been lost for the Los Angeles Rams, and they haven't been able to replenish very much.
Yeah.
So I don't think they have enough either. And then who am I missing? Cardinals, Rams, Niners, Seahawks.
And they got a new regime, so
new regime.
Yeah,
it's not going to be this year.
I think so too. I'm with you. 49ers easily in that division.
Yeah, they're the class of that division for sure. Do you have your NFC wildcard teams?
I do. I thought this was actually fairly easy. I just based on who I picked for my division winners. Took Cowboys to win the NFC East, so I'm going to take the Eagles to be a wild card team. Took the Lions in the North, so I'm going to take the Packers to be a wild card team. And then I guess my one that's kind of interesting, I think the Rams do sneak in, just because I think Sean McVay is an awesome coach. And we'll see. Stafford says he's 100% healthy, feeling great, ready to go. Cooper Kupp is now pretty much a season removed from that injury, and you got Puka Nacua there too. So
he's really good.
Yeah, you got nice pieces there for the Rams. Kyron Williams is a good running back. I do think Donald, that's obviously a massive haul right there, but I believe in Sean McVay, so I'm going to go Rams. Is that last wild card team?
Similar to you, I picked the Eagles in the East, so I got the Cowboys in as a wild card. I picked the Packers in the North, so I have the Lions in as a wild card. So we got most of the same teams. The only team that we have different not making the playoffs, your third wild card was the Rams. I got the Bears.
Ooh,
just
I
because
like it.
I'm believing the hype. I'm believing the hype, and I'm believing the feel good story, and I'm believing the quarterback. And
dude, I
don't know. I
super underrated week 1 is Titans at Bears. That is a really interesting week 1 matchup to me. Just with everything new with the Titans and Caleb Williams, like with the I think they're gonna be a lot of eyeballs.
I've heard
on that
a lot of people taking the Titans in that game, which surprises me because. Maybe Chicago, maybe they're reading their press clippings and maybe they can't pull off a big win over the Titans. But I'm believing the press clippings. I'm believing in the Chicago Bears, Caleb Williams.
I think they're going to be fun too.
Yeah. All right, AFC in the East. I'm going with the AFC East might be the hardest one.
I think so too.
I went with the Miami Dolphins.
Okay.
And I don't necessarily know why. I don't believe in the Jets. And I just feel like the Bills have hit their peak and are now coming back down.
I can buy it.
So I'm going with the Miami Dolphins with my top spot in the East.
I think it's the safest pick. I'm still going to go Bills. They lost a lot, but the guys they lost were getting old. I mean, that's the thing. Poyer, they lost Tre'Davious White, lost Micah Hyde, lose Diggs, but Diggs was not great last year for them. And they still won that division despite that. I don't trust the Jets at all. Like, I think that's got potential to be like the big disaster story of the league this year. I think a lot of people think that.
Robert Saleh.
Yeah. I think that thing's, you're hearing like, it's weird with Rodgers and practice and all that kind of stuff.
I don't think they can just turn it on.
That's where I'm at.
They weren't a good football team.
No, they weren't good at all. He's obviously a Hall of Famer, so that could change things if he's, if he's back to old Rodgers. But he's, another year older, coming off that major injury. So I'm not a believer in the Jets. I'm just going to stick with the Bills. I think that I think McDermott's a great coach. Josh Allen, I think's got potential to be the league MVP, and I think they've got some maybe guys that aren't being talked about enough that could fill in on that offense. I think Shakir's an interesting receiver. They went and got Coleman from Florida State in the first round. They got two really good tight ends in Dawson Knox and Dalton Kincaid. So, I feel good about the Bills. I'm going Bills.
All right, I'll go Dolphins. In the AFC North, I'm going with the Baltimore Ravens. I just expect the Ravens, like you said about Dallas earlier, I'll say about the Ravens, a really good regular season team that should blow through the regular season.
That's how I feel. They have such good home field advantage, too. I think that the addition of Derrick Henry has not been talked about enough. Now, that offensive line's had a little bit of turnover in the offseason, but like this is probably going to be the best rushing team in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and Harbaugh, we know how good of a coach he is.
Right.
I think it's Ravens. I'm going Ravens.
I mean, the Steelers, I don't trust the quarterback situation whatsoever.
I don't think. I think Russell Wilson's done.
Cincinnati, I guess I just got to see them come back up
for sure.
Just because it feels like they've been gone for a while.
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
And then Cleveland.
No,
I mean
they're going to have a great defense,
right?
And that that could obviously help them
Carry
find their
a long way.
Yeah, but I don't think Deshaun Watson's a good quarterback.
Yeah.
That's where I'm at on that.
Yeah, kind of waiting to see, but how long you got to wait to find out because it wasn't good so far. In the AFC South, the Houston Texans, right?
That's what I'm doing
that
too.
That one's pretty easy, right?
Yeah. I
see, team on the rise.
You're seeing a lot of people do the sneaky thing and go with the Jaguars because it was them 2 seasons ago and was supposed to be them last year. I just think that Texans offense is going to be amazing, dude.
Yeah, the addition of Diggs is
Nico
incredible.
Collins,
and Stroud was
Tank
already
Dell.
great.
Yeah, they went and got Joe Mixon, got a good running back there now. Dalton Schultz, dude, that offense is loaded. They got all kinds of weapons. Yeah. If Stroud plays like he did last year, how's it not them?
Yeah.
I hate to say it. I hate that team. I hate the Texans. Man, more than anything in sports, probably. I hate the Texans, but I don't see how it's not them.
Yeah. Titans, no. They're just not
ready yet?
Not ready. You think they are?
No.
Okay. I was going to say, what am I missing?
I think Callahan's going to have a good offense. I do. I think year one, that's what he does. I think year one, he'll have a good offense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And then we got the Jags and then the Colts. Colts are interesting.
They're interesting, yeah.
Because we don't know about their quarterback because he left so early last season, Anthony Richardson.
Against the Titans, yeah. Their shoulder.
And that was game what? That was right off the bat that he was gone. So how good are they? I don't know.
They are one of those. The Texans I hate. The Colts just annoy me because they're always good enough.
Good enough.
They're always kind of good.
They're not an easy out ever.
Never. I could totally see them being one of those 500 type teams in the league this year. Yeah. We'll see with Richardson. I have not bought in yet. Stroud, I think, is going to be awesome. Like, I saw enough last year to think he's going to be awesome. Richardson, we saw he had it was very few, right? But he looked really good in the limited moments that we saw him, but I'm not sure that I believe it yet. There was the things coming out. They had the joint practices with the Bengals, and the Bengals defensive players were heckling him, saying, does all this dude do is run the football? Can he throw it all? So we'll have to see that, right? If he can actually, be an accurate passer in the league.
The AFC West going for their 9th consecutive division title are the Kansas City Chiefs, and they will get it.
That's easy.
Wrapped up.
Yeah.
What do you expect from Harbaugh?
I think they will be competitive. I do think they'll be competitive because, I also think the Broncos are kind of underrated in that division.
Really?
Yeah. I do. I think they're going to just be. I think they'll.
This is the clip that we're going to have for next year when we do the NFL predictions. You saying the Broncos are going to be good?
I think the Broncos are going to finish like. I could see the Broncos finishing like 7-9 or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I could see them just being interesting.
Interesting enough.
Yeah. Raiders, I don't know. I like Antonio. I think Antonio Pierce is a good coach, but it's the Raiders.
Yeah.
Come on.
They just don't have anything.
Yeah.
AFC wild cards. I have the Jets. After everything I said about the Jets and not trusting them, and it could be a disaster, I'm going to go ahead and take the Jets. Take the Bengals and the Browns, both from the AFC North.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I think that Browns defense is good enough. I thought they were scary last year as you got closer to the playoffs of, can that defense do enough to win games in the postseason? They were sneaky. They were a sneaky team, but
I wonder who their backup quarterback is.
It's not Joe Flacco.
But he's somewhere. I think he's maybe in Indy. He's in the league. Yes, I'm pretty sure Flacco is still. I think he latched on with somebody. I saw him in the preseason on the sidelines.
Oh my.
Yeah, I want to say he's a Colt. I want to say Flacco's a Colt. I could be wrong. Chat, let me know. Ours are kind of similar. You did the Browns, Bengals, and Jets. I think the Jets are going to be a disaster, so I'm going to say no on them. I got the Bengals. I got the Dolphins because I had the Bills winning that division, and I'm going to have a little fun.
Oh yeah.
I think your Tennessee Titans are going to be a wild card team this year in the AFC. Yes. Tighten up, baby. I think Brian Callahan's going to have a really good offense. I think they're going to be competitive. They went and got dudes on defense. Like, they have good cornerbacks now. Jeffrey Simmons is still there. They actually have a pretty decent roster. It's just, is Will Levis a good quarterback? We don't know. We have no idea yet. He had that one massive game last season, dealt with injury a little bit. They put Tannehill back in. That was weird. I think if Will Levis is a good quarterback, this team has potential to be good. I do. I think they can compete.
Tighten up.
I'm going Titans as a wild card
Titans
team.
as a wild card. I like it.
I've said all offseason. I have no expectations. Nothing. I don't care at all. I think they can be a wild card team. Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
I'm going Titans. I'm going Titans, man.
I'm in for that. I'm on board. All right, NFC title game. I'll have a rematch from last year, the 49ers and the Green Bay Packers in my NFC title game, with the Green Bay Packers advancing to the Super Bowl.
Okay.
With Jordan Love. I'm a Jordan Love believer.
He was awesome.
And for how good they were in the postseason last year, I think it was that step, and this year they take that next step to the Super Bowl.
Okay, I like it. I like that. I'm going AFC Championship. I'm going to go rematch from last season. I told you that earlier. I'm going to go Ravens over the Chiefs in the AFC Championship game. I think Ravens get over the hump this year and play in a Super Bowl. NFC Championship, I'm going to go 49ers over the Detroit Lions. And I'll say it's Ravens 49ers in the Super Bowl this year.
Ravens 49ers. Yeah. I got the Chiefs beating the Texans in the AFC title game. And so a Packers-Chiefs Super Bowl. I'll pick the Packers over the Chiefs.
Whoa!
Packers are my Super Bowl champions this year. Yeah.
Okay.
Green Bay Packers.
You can't make fun of my
Super Bowl
Titans pick
champs.
now. I mean,
How about that?
That's a take right there. Packers
Little
over
bold.
Chiefs is bold, dude.
Bold.
I don't hate it though. I don't hate it. I think they're going to be really good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I do too.
I
and-
like LaFleur. I do. He was with the Titans for a while. I like Matt LaFleur. He's a good coach.
Yeah, and I'd love to take my Chiefs again, but that's just too easy. It's too easy of a pick. 3 Super Bowls.
That is an easy pick. I'm with you. Yeah, I'm going Ravens over 49ers in the Super Bowl. I think Lamar gets his first ring. Derrick Henry gets his first ring. I've matured over the years. I hated the Ravens for so long, but I love the city of Baltimore. It's like my home away from home. And I love Lamar, and obviously King Henry, he is my GOAT. Like I want to see him win a championship. I wanted it to be with the Titans, but I'm rooting for him in Baltimore. So yeah, I'm going to go Ravens over 49ers in the Super Bowl.
All right, there you go. Packers over Chiefs, Ravens over 49ers. There you go. Super
You got
Bowls.
an MVP?
MVP.
Yeah.
I got C.J. Stroud for the MVP at plus 850. 3 players have won the last 6 MVP awards: Lamar Jackson, Patrick Mahomes, and Aaron Rodgers. That's it. C.J. Stroud breaks into that, and he's the MVP this year.
That's crazy. 3 players won the last 6. Lamar, Mahomes. That's wild. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I like that. I'm gonna go Josh Allen.
Okay.
Yeah, because I got them winning that division. I think he kind of puts that team on his back, and I think he has just an amazing regular season. Yeah, I like Josh Allen.
All right, I like that pick. I have a Rookie of the Year,
Okay.
offense and defense. I got Caleb Williams offensively. Since 2000, 18 quarterbacks have been selected number 1 overall in the draft, the latest being Caleb Williams. Of the 17 who preceded him, just 3 went on to win Offensive Rookie of the Year: Sam Bradford, Cam Newton, and Kyler Murray. That's it. Of the 17 that were picked number 1 overall, only 3 went on to win Offensive Rookie of the Year. That changes this year. Caleb Williams added to that list.
I like that pick.
Yeah, I mean, I think his numbers, he's going to put up numbers, whether they put up wins or not. I think he's going to put up big numbers. And they're already talking in Chicago about him breaking all of the franchise records for passing, because the franchise records for passing in Chicago just aren't very good. They've never had a marquee quarterback. Never. That's amazing.
It's insane.
It's crazy.
And this team has
the
played in
records aren't very
Super
good.
Bowls, dude.
Yes.
Yeah, it's wild. Yeah, they've
nuts.
never had a good quarterback. It's crazy.
Going for Rookie of the Year on defense, Dallas Turner of the Vikings, plus 450. Vikings, one of 6 franchises to never have a defensive Rookie of the Year, joining Cincinnati, Tampa, Philly, Jacksonville, and Seattle. Coach of the Year, well, if they're in the Super Bowl, I certainly think he'll get it. DeMeco Ryan would get it from Houston. Since 2011, more than half of the Coach of the Year winners have taken home the award within their first 2 years at the helm. How about that? 7 of the 13 have won the award in their first 2 years of the job. That would certainly fit for Ryan. First coach fired?
I like this one. I have one of these. Yeah.
Dennis Allen, New Orleans.
That's the good one. I should have picked that.
They're terrible, and it's not going anywhere. And Derek Carr's their quarterback, so that'll be over soon in New Orleans. I'll take him.
I'm going to take Robert Saleh.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think the Jets. I think it gets bad early, and they look for a scapegoat.
Well, if it's a disaster like you say, he'll be gone early. He'll be the first coach gone.
Yeah, I'm gonna say him.
Yeah, it'll be interesting.
Like if they start, 1-5 or something like that, right? Yeah, I think he's gone.
Yeah, and then we have, as I mentioned earlier, Nick Sirianni as well. Be careful there if things go awry in Philadelphia.
Isn't it crazy how fast it changes in this league? I mean, we were talking about him as the best coach in the league 2 seasons ago.
2 years ago, yes.
Yeah, and now it's like he's on the hot seat.
Yep.
And there's the reports that him and Hurts kind of have had issues. So, yeah, man, that's tough.
Wow. How are your fantasy drafts, by the way, this week?
I'm in too many leagues, man.
How many? 5?
I'm in 5, and it sucks because the thing about it's the most I've ever been in. And the thing that sucks about it, and I love fantasy football. Like I'm obsessed with it. It takes up too much of my life. But the problem with being in so many leagues now is, so like tonight, for instance, in one of my leagues, I have Lamar Jackson. In one of my leagues, I have Patrick Mahomes. In one of my leagues, I have Derrick Henry, Zay Flowers, Isaiah Pacheco. But I'm also playing against those guys.
Right.
So it's like, what do I root for? I don't even know what to root for anymore. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's why playing in so many leagues is stupid, because you're inevitably playing against guys that you need to root for as well, and you don't know what to cheer for.
Right.
Yeah. So I'm just going to sit and enjoy the game, I guess.
Yeah, well, there you go. All right, we'll take a break here on the Gary Parrish Show. And when we come back, what we got when we come back? Oh, 5 more things that you need to know. We got that when we return here on Grind City Media.
The fans are ready for a healthy team. The team is ready to be healthy and rebrand themselves going into this year.
And I think this year is the Remind Me Tour. This team needs to come out and remind people who they are.
Say that again.
It's the Remind Me Tour. Hashtag Remind Me.
Yeah, you just started something. Hey, Grizzlies fans, be sure to tune in to Grizzbeat, where the panel and I break down all things Grizzlies and take a look at the rest of the NBA as well. The show is live every Wednesday, 2 p.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Looking at the college football playoff and the odds to make the college football playoff, this is the top 13 teams. 7 of these 13 are out of the SEC.
I think that first year in the SEC is going to be different. Like I do. I just think it's going to be different.
The Odds Couple with Rob Fischer, Lang Whitaker, John Roser, and CJ Hurt live on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
I saw the Drew Hill story. Y'all rode together in the car, and you put the seat back.
Yeah, I put the seat all the way back, and his knees were still crunched up. And he was like, "Nah, bro, so I drive a Kia, man."
A Kia?
What?
He's 7'4", yo.
Yeah, I don't know how he does.
He got the seats removed.
Somehow.
The Chris Vernon Show live weekdays at noon on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Hey Grizzlies fans, turn your stadium excitement into betting action at Southland Casino Hotel. As a proud sponsor of the Memphis Grizzlies, Southland brings you more gaming action than ever before. Step onto our massive casino floor stretching more than 2.5 football fields. Slot enthusiasts can enjoy more than 2,300 machines from penny slots to high limits and play the hottest games like Aristocrat, Dollar Storm, Cloverlink, and Lightning Cash. Table game aficionados can feel the thrill of the felt with 50 live table games. From 3-card to blackjack match, we're ready to deal you in. Plus, don't miss stadium gaming for an interactive digital experience. And for high rollers, our high limit room is calling your name. Go big on 6 high limit blackjack tables or spin one of our 54 high stakes slot machines. Throw in 8 delicious dining options and a 300-room high-rise hotel, and there's plenty to keep you going. At Southland Casino Hotel, the gaming excitement never stops.
Must be 21 plus. Play responsibly. For help quitting, call 800-522-4700.
Maxwell in concert. The Serenade Tour. October 16th at FedEx Forum. Maxwell. With special guest Jasmine Sullivan. And October London. Tickets on sale now at livenation.com. Don't miss Maxwell Live.
Orthopedic injuries can be unpredictable, unforeseen, and unscheduled, and Ortho South understands this better than anyone. Since injuries don't make appointments, you don't need to either. Ortho South welcomes walk-ins during the weekdays, on evenings, and even on Saturdays. So the next time an unforeseen injury makes an unscheduled appearance in your life, visit orthosouth.org to find your nearest urgent care location. Just walk in, and Ortho South will take care of everything, especially you. Learn more at orthosouth.org. That's OrthoSouth at orthosouth.org.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Gary Parrish Show. I'm Rob Fischer, in for GP this week. He'll be back to the show on Monday. It is opening night in the Shield tonight with the Kansas City Chiefs taking on the Baltimore Ravens. We will have a pick for that, I assume, in our next segment. But first, we want to let you know about 5 other things you need to know.
Number 1.
Number 1. The Tiger Dogs. Yep, the Memphis Tigers and the Florida State line is out. According to FanDuel, Florida State is a 3.5-point favorite over the Tigers next week. It opened as a 1.5-point favorite and already has climbed to 3.5 in favor of FSU. That's a lot smaller than what I expected. I mean, not a lot. I expected it to at least be a touchdown.
I'm not touching it. I'm not touching it.
Oh, I'm touching it because I'm watching it.
I feel you, but like that, I'm not betting the Tigers. I'm not. And I think they got a chance to compete and win the game. I'm not touching that. I'm not.
Tigers?
I was hoping it would be like 7.5.
Right.
If not more. 3.5, I'm pass. I'm sitting that out. I'm sitting out, dude.
If you want to get the Tigers on the money line, it's plus 130 for the Tigers. So if you're going to pay, to me, with the line where it is, if you believe the Tigers are going to win, just bet the money line.
Yes,
and you'll
for
get,
sure.
You'll
for
get
sure.
plus 130 there. The total for the game is 52.5. So, yeah, Tigers and Florida State, 3.5-point favorite right now for the Seminoles that you can get on that.
That's wild. Do we know what, by the way, do we know the line for, I'm sure we do. I haven't looked at the line for Troy this weekend.
18. Unless it has changed. I believe it was 18 last time. 18.5 now.
I don't like that either.
I like Troy.
Yeah, I'm staying away. I'm staying away, dude. I'm staying
I'll
away.
tell you why I like Troy. A little tease here for the
let's
odds
hear it.
couple show.
Okay, what's going on?
Memphis is 18-30 against the spread their last 48.
Jeez.
In the month of September, early in the season, 1-5-1 against the spread their last 7.
Mm-hmm.
They're 5-13 against the spread as a home favorite.
Yeah.
Troy's 8-3 against the spread their last 11. 11-1 against the spread their last 12 on the road.
Won a tough one against, or lost a tough one against Nevada last week. It was a one-possession game.
Game they should have won.
Yeah, game they should have won. So, yeah, I'm staying away. I'm with you. I kind of think I like Troy there.
Yeah.
But I think the Tigers win, and that's what matters.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
All right.
All right.
Number 2.
Next up, it's Taylor's opening night. Yes, of course, the season 2 of Taylor Swift and NFL fans, that apparently has begun. According to Patrick Mahomes, she's even drawing up plays for the Kansas City Chiefs. Yeah, no, it's true. And then Travis talked about how she's just so meticulous about everything and amazing, and how she's trying to learn the game, and she's really doing all this stuff. So she's drawn up some plays.
I love Taylor. I'm a big Taylor
Swift. I'm a huge fan.
Yeah,
I went to see her
I know
concert.
you went. We played your video.
That's right.
Yeah, I didn't get to go to the GP. Always says that I didn't get to go to the Eras tour. So I tried my best. My wife went. I didn't get to go.
Yeah.
I think I'd probably let Andy Reid draw the plays up.
Yeah.
I think she's great. I just, it's the Ravens week 1. I mean, come on.
I don't understand the hatred.
Yeah. I'd maybe let Taylor draw up plays against like the Raiders.
Yeah.
I think that's fine.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You could let fans do it that way.
Yeah, just draw.
That's not a problem at all.
No big deal there.
The media people who are upset about the players talking about these things, you need to be upset with the other media people who are asking these stupid questions.
Right. That's
who you need to be upset with.
That's a good point.
I mean, she's a fan of her boyfriend. What's the big problem? When Tom Cruise was hanging out at the Olympics, we didn't get mad at him when they were showing him every event that he was at, trying to promote a movie.
That is true.
And we didn't care. He was in the closing ceremonies promoting a movie, basically.
Oh yeah, he did the drop-in thing.
Yeah, and why did he do that? He's promoting a movie.
Yeah.
But Taylor's not promoting anything. She's just a fan of her boyfriend. Let her be. And her boyfriend, Travis, by the way, he bought a racehorse named Swift Delivery last week.
Oh, that's pretty good. That's a good name. That's a good name. Yeah. Okay. No, listen, me and GP talk about it all the time. Like, you can't give me enough of the Taylor Swift, Travis Kelce content. Like, I'm not going to get sick of it.
I love it.
Everyone else loves it too.
Exactly.
Even all you that say that you hate it, you don't really hate it. You eat it up. You love it. You need it. You need it. Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
So enjoy it tonight. Taylor's opening night.
She's going to be there, right? You said
Of course she is. And they're 10-3 when she's there.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. There's a stat for you.
Yep.
Number 3.
It's been the month of Caitlin. Oh, my goodness. Caitlin Clark has been named the WNBA Eastern Conference Player of the Month, the first time for a rookie in WNBA history. 24 points a game, 5 boards a game, and 8.5 assists per game as well. And how about this? The most career games with 20 points and 10 assists in WNBA history.
Damn.
No, she doesn't have it. The most career games with 20 and 10. Courtney Vandersloot's the all-time leader. She had 10 in 422 games played. Diana Taurasi has 9 in 559 games played. Caitlin Clark has 7 in 34 games played.
Crazy.
What?
Crazy. No, the hype was appropriate.
Yes,
Coming
and
in.
we all need to get along on Caitlin. Why are we fighting? What are we doing?
You can't fight. It's just like Taylor Swift. You can't fight that. You can't fight Caitlin Clark being awesome. She's amazing.
Yeah,
she's breaking
Just let
records
it be
every
and
day.
enjoy it.
Yeah,
Man, yeah. So
for
congratulations to Caitlin. That's a pretty good honor.
Their playoffs aren't that far off.
No, it's coming up.
Yeah, their playoffs aren't that far off.
I'm looking
either,
forward to it.
I am too. Me and GP talked about this. I think it was last week. The thing that the WNBA needs to do is just be more flexible with where they put games. I know ticket sales, all that kind of thing, but like you cannot put a WNBA finals game on Sunday like during the middle of football. That's crazy. Like why would you do that to yourself?
Right.
Just any other day.
You got to schedule smarter than that.
You have to. You have to. I mean, I'd be playing, Tuesday, Wednesday nights. You get all eyes, right?
And that's what you want.
Yeah.
You want, because you're still gaining viewers.
Yeah, man.
And gaining fans. I mean, I never watched a game in my life, and I think I've watched 3 games this year.
Mm-hmm.
Which is more than I've ever watched. But I'm excited about the playoffs. I'm excited about watching the playoffs.
I'm excited too. And like again, if you put WNBA playoff games on Tuesday, Wednesday night in prime time, it's gonna be, I guarantee you, because of how this season has gone, it's gonna be their highest rated finals playoffs ever. It just will be. Regardless if she makes if she makes a deep run or not. I think the product is just really good, and so many people are watching it now that you're gonna have a huge number, but you don't put it on during the middle of football. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah, that would
I know
be
you can't help it in some situations, but try to avoid it best you can. Yeah.
Number 4.
The Atlanta Braves last night held Ludicrous Night. It was Ludicrous Night.
I saw this.
They gave out a ludicrous bobblehead. So I think we got to look at it. I think it looks great.
Okay, the Atlanta Braves are the best franchise at the bobbleheads.
Oh yeah,
in sports, because they had, me and Lang talked about last week, they had the Outcast,
Outcast
bobblehead, which was sick. I think they did it again because it was so popular. This one's awesome. Like they are really good at the bobblehead game.
Yeah, very good.
Yeah.
Congratulations to the Braves. Ludicrous bobblehead. So then Ludicrous, not only was there a bobblehead, he threw out the first pitch of the game last night, and he brought out the big arms.
Oh yeah, from the Get Back video. That's pretty good.
And sleeveless, looking good. And watch this throw with the big hand even.
Okay.
Just kind of much better than my first pitch that I threw out 2 weeks ago.
That was actually, now I think he actually has like that makes it easier. There's like a catapult effect there.
Yeah, but he got it there. I didn't get it there.
You didn't get it?
No, I threw out the first pitch in Little Rock 2 weeks ago for the Grizzlies Caravan, and I spiked it. I threw it about 45 feet instead of 62.
Did people boo? How did it go?
There was just kind of a stunned, boy, that guy sucks.
Like a groan. Like a groan.
It was a groan. It bounced, and then it rolled to the screen. It was terrible.
Damn.
I think I'd forgotten how to throw. I just didn't feel comfortable, didn't know what I was doing. I just tried to throw it to the catcher, and I spiked it into the ground. For the second year in a row, that's happened.
I don't think I could do it.
I don't think I ever want to do it again.
I would definitely, if I was to throw out the first pitch at anything, I think I would have to go practice beforehand, which is really embarrassing. But I think I'd have to go get some practice.
Well, if I'm going to do it again next year, I have to warm up.
Yes.
I have to, because that's 2 years in a row that I've done this.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
Get Eric with you. Y'all go warm up like beforehand.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Number 5.
Bill Belichick has joined Instagram. The man who spent years despising the media is now overexposed in it. And the man who spent years feigning ignorance of social media is now in it, making light of his past ignorance of it. Bill Belichick, ladies and gentlemen, he is on Instagram. How about that?
Yeah, I think we
got
have
video.
Yeah, let's see it.
Pat, I can't really believe I'm doing this, but I've joined InstaFace.
Yeah, he's on InstaFace. He's going to be tweeting on InstaFace officially at Bill Belichick on Instagram. Welcome to social media, Bill. This is what we're talking about.
Thanks. I appreciate it, Pat. Thank you. Look forward to being with you all year. Really excited to see the game start. Talking to you every Monday.
You're the man.
I will say, I find Belichick more like, as he gets further away from coaching, I find him more and more likable. I liked him at the roast of Brady. It's just when he's not in front of on like a podium doing a press conference, he seems like a pretty fun dude. Remember he went to the Halloween party with Randy Moss? Like, he seems like he might be a fun guy.
He might be a fun guy that we just
never knew it
all along because we didn't know him. And I want to say the same about Saban, but Saban still doesn't come across as fun.
No.
He just comes across as kind of a little more normal, not being the coach and talking at the podium and talking coach speak.
Yeah, he looked like he wanted to punch McAfee in the face last week on game day. Like, yeah, dude, he is not. He takes it very seriously.
Belichick more fun than Saban.
Yeah, I think it'd be cool to see. I'll be interested to see him on with Pat when they do their weekly hits. Also, like, I think it'd be cool if they could get him on like an NFL broadcast, just like a round table, like pregame, halftime show at some point like that. I'd be interested to see that and how that plays.
No, I think he's been great. Away from the football field, he seems like a different person, and it seems like he is a lot of fun. Saban, come on, Saban, you need to be a little bit more fun.
Yeah, come on, Nick.
Yeah, all right, let's take a break. We'll take a break. We'll come back. Wrap up things here on the Gary Parrish Show here on Grind City Media.
I actually saw these on TikTok before you guys even sent them to me. This is an interesting concept. There's socks that are anti-creasing.
The socks look really comfy.
They do.
But the anti-creasing thing, like, look, why are we still doing this?
So the kids now, they're on the earth. If you see them walking, they walk like
My mom's a gym teacher, and she says like kids will like.
I think that's always.
Who cares? The Sneak Fest Show live Tuesdays at 2 p.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
In Bo we trust. Bo is the future. I just want to go back to August 19th when I made it perfectly clear. When I make the fantasy football championship and the Broncos make the playoffs because of the success of Bo Nix. The bar is low. Give me Bo. That's a good one. The bar is low. Give me Bo.
Tune in to the Jessica Benson Show with CJ Hurt live every weekday at 8 a.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Justin Timberlake.
I'm bringing sexy back.
The Forget Tomorrow World Tour. Live in Memphis. Justin Timberlake. FedEx Forum, Saturday, November 23rd. Get tickets now at LiveNation.com. The brand new single Selfish is available to stream and download now.
So if I get jealous, I can't help it.
For more, hit up JustinTimberlake.com.
There's no substitute for experience, the knowledge gained from having been there before, and the passion to share what you know to make everyone around you better. It's true in basketball. It's true in banking. Grizzlies Checking from Pinnacle. Play hard. Bank easy. Open a Grizzlies checking account with at least $100 and a recurring direct deposit by August 31st, and you could receive a $200 direct deposit bonus into your account. Details at grizzliesbanking.com. Member FDIC.
Let's face it, there's a lot of trash talk in basketball, but the great teams let their performance do the talking. Like Ford F-150 with Pro Power on board, a class-exclusive industry-first feature that turns your truck into a mobile generator and leaves the competition speechless. Ford F-150, official truck of the Grizzlies. Greatness starts here at your Mid-South Ford dealer. Class is full-size pickups under 8,500 pounds, GVWR.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Gary Parrish Show. Rob Fischer in for GP this week. He'll be back to the show on Monday. Bennett Doyle alongside as we ramp things up here on this Thursday afternoon, getting ready for a big football game tonight as the National Football League season gets underway with a game tonight and a game tomorrow night.
We got, is it 5 straight days of football? Yeah, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. 5 straight days. I love that.
Get the boiled peanuts ready.
I love it.
Yeah, looking forward to it. All right, let's have GP's carryout.
It's time for GP's Carryout. One final segment filled with stuff to take with you. It's not everything you need to know, but it's most of it. What did we learn today?
Well, what we learned today is it's 3 months for G.G. Jackson. Not the worst case scenario for the team. I mean, it's a guy off your bench in the grand scheme of things. But it does suck. Because I was really looking forward to seeing a guy who, had such a big role last year.
Yeah.
And my big question was, how is he going to get better when his numbers are certainly going to go down? How's he going to become a better player when his production won't be the same as what we saw last year? And he was going to be a big part of that second unit for sure. So him being out really does suck. But, at least it happened now, I guess. And he'll be back in December. And hopefully the Grizzlies will have a nice start to the season and then be able to add GG to the mix.
Yeah, I hope so too.
Yeah.
What did we learn today?
That's what we learned.
Yeah.
What's today's biggest game?
It's Thursday night football, right?
Let's go.
Yeah, we got the Ravens and the Chiefs. Chiefs are a 3-point favorite against the Ravens tonight with the total at 47. 3-point favorite for the Chiefs, total at 47. What are you thinking?
I'm going to take the Ravens, I think. I'm going to take the Ravens tonight. The Chiefs, I want to say, maybe not as much last. I feel like that they sometimes get off to slow starts, but don't panic. Yeah, I could see the Ravens winning this game tonight. I could. Just because they're like the thorn in your side, it's you want to come out and make a statement. Derrick Henry's had success against the Chiefs in his career. I'll go Ravens to cover.
All right, I'm going to go with the Chiefs to cover the 3, and I like the under. I like the under 47 as well.
That actually sounds good.
Yeah, as we mentioned earlier, I like that better than I like the Chiefs minus the 3. I like the under better than the play on the teams. But the under 47, as I mentioned earlier, the Chiefs, 18 of their last 22 home games have gone under the total. So they are an under team at home for sure. And between these two teams, I expect an under 47 tonight.
Yeah.
So that's the play that I'm going with for sure.
What are we watching on TV?
Got to watch a number of times that Taylor Swift is shown tonight, right? To get your blood boiling, to get you all angry. And
I'll count. I'll keep count.
Oh, there she is again, ruining football.
Yeah, that's right. The product is dead.
Yeah. Come on, people.
No.
Ease up. It's all right. She'll be shown on TV a lot.
Yeah, I'm not watching anything else. It's this game.
Yeah, I mean, and I'm able to watch this, so I'm excited about that.
We're on NBC, right?
Yeah,
we're on NBC.
We're on NBC tonight, so I can watch that, which is good. And that's all I'm watching. Maybe some late night baseball when that's over, but that's about it.
Yeah,
that's all that's really going on. All right, what's next?
What's the best thing we've read?
Jeff Kerr, CBSSports.com, has a piece on the NFL hot seat heading into week 1, and I love. If there's anything I love, it's the hot seat.
Yeah, I like the hot seat talk too.
Not too many surprises on this early season hot seat, but something to keep an eye on. It is rather fascinating when you see some of the names like Nick Sirianni, two guys that we both picked to win the NFC East. Sirianni and McCarthy are both like at the top of the hot seat.
Are our guys on it that we picked?
Dennis Allen's on there.
Robert Saleh's
on there.
Yeah.
Those 4 are on there. I think they have 6 or 7, but those 4 that we mentioned are
An
on
underrated one too that I was going to mention earlier is Doug Peterson. If the Jaguars just don't compete for the AFC South at all, I think that could be an interesting one too. Yeah.
Could be. But check that out. Jeff Kerr on CBSSports.com.
What's on tap for tomorrow?
More football. We'll talk about tonight's game, I'm sure. We'll talk about the weekend in college football. Tigers taking on Troy this weekend. A big slate in the SEC. We got a full schedule of NFL football, including a game tomorrow night. Lang Whitaker's going to be on the show as well, so we'll hang out with Lang. I'm going to join him on the Jessica Benson show tomorrow, so we're going to be all over Grind City Media. So that's good stuff. So yeah, tune in tomorrow, and hopefully tomorrow there's no Tigers news.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be something?
That would be good. I would not like to talk about that at all. I hope that's done.
Let's just talk football.
I know.
Right?
Yeah, please don't make us talk about the Tiger situation again.
Yeah, hopefully that won't be the case.
Yeah.
All right, well, that's going to do it for us here today on the show. Thank you so much for joining us here on the Gary Parrish Show, and thanks to Gary for letting me fill in for him while he's vacationing, and he'll be back to the show on Monday. For Bennett, I'm Fish. We'll talk to you again tomorrow at 10 here on the Gary Parrish Show on Grind City Media.